These calories are everywhere, even if we don't see them or don't want to see them. Now, if you've decided that you want to see them but feel overwhelmed, I totally get it. This whole calorie thing can be so complicated. But if you let me guide you, by the end of this video, you will be armed with all the knowledge you need to start your weight loss journey. We'll cover everything from calculating your daily calorie needs to figuring out which foods will help you create a calorie deficit. And when it comes to those burning questions like, do I even need to track calories, or how long will it take to see results? We'll tackle the most common ones head on. Welcome to Smart Slimmers, where it's all about helping you ditch the fad diets and find a sustainable approach for your long-term weight loss success. Now let's start with question number 1. What are calories and how does our body use them? Well, the food we eat contains energy. This energy is measured in calories, so everything we eat has a calorie count. For example, a regular slice of pizza can have about 250 calories, an apple can have about 90 calories, and a cookie can have about 50 calories. These calories add up throughout the day, and if you consume more calories than your body needs, you will gain weight. And the only way to lose weight is to make sure that you get into a calorie deficit, so an energy deficit. Now, everyone's calorie needs are different depending on sex, height, weight, activity level, metabolism, and so on. And this here is a simplified representation of how your body uses energy. TDEE is made up of BMR, your basal metabolic rate, which is 70% of your total caloric requirements, which are the calories your body needs to maintain its basic functions at rest, such as breathing, circulation, and organ function. So if I lay there all day long doing nothing, my body will still burn calories to survive. The next thing you need energy for is your non-exercise activity thermogenesis, so NEAT. It refers to the calories the body burns during activities of daily living that are not considered exercise and can be up to 15%. This can include walking, standing, working, etc. NEAT can account for a significant portion of your daily energy expenditure and can vary greatly from person to person. For example, someone who has a job that involves standing and moving around all day may have a higher need than someone who works in a sedentary position most of the day. Next comes the thermic effect of food, TEF, which is the energy your body uses to digest, absorb, and metabolize food. It can vary depending on the macronutrient composition of the food, with the protein having the highest TEF at 20 to 30%, followed by carbohydrates at 5 to 10%, and then fats at 0 to 3%. TF typically accounts for about 10% of total energy expenditure. Now, the exercise activity thermogenesis refers to the energy or calories burned by the body during planned and structured physical activity or exercise. Approximately 5% of TDE is EAT. So what happens when we exceed those caloric needs is that we gain weight. We create a calorie surplus. Our body doesn't need as many calories, so it saves the excess calories for later in the form of body fat. This mechanism is a very important tool for survival. But now that we are constantly over-consuming calories and never going without food for long periods of time, we are not using these fat stores and they keep adding up until we decide to lose weight. So now that we've clarified how our body uses energy, how to find out how many calories you need for weight loss. The easiest way to find out your BMR along with your TDEE and create a calorie deficit is to use an online calculator. I would say we do this together. Let's calculate Sarah's, a 35-year-old non-exercising secretary who weighs 250 pounds and is 5 feet 3. So it shows that her maintenance is around 2,100 calories to 2,200 calories. So what we're now going to do is we're going to create a deficit by subtracting 300 to 600 calories from her maintenance calories. Why 300 to 600? It's healthy to create a range that you can move up and down in rather than trying to hit an exact number every single day. This is more realistic because your appetite, number of meals, and snacks will vary. So now let's get back and calculate the calorie deficit for Sarah. We found out that her maintenance calories are at 2,200 and now we are gonna subtract 300 to 600 calories from that. You'll find the link to this calorie calculator in the description box below. And now when you enter your metrics, you'll find out your maintenance calories, and then what you're going to do is you subtract 300 to 600 calories from your maintenance. And this is then the number of calories you should be consuming on a daily basis to lose weight. However, it's important to mention that no matter how perfectly you calculate your calories, there's no calorie calculator in this world that can 100% know how many calories you specifically need to lose weight. It only gives you a good guesstimation. And the only way to really know how many calories you need to lose weight is to consume an X amount of calories for the next few weeks and see what happens and adjust accordingly. But that only if you track for at least 3 to 4 weeks super accurately. That means no effort mentality on weekend, no I'll restart on Monday mentality. You have to track everything you drink and eat. You have to track spreads, oils. Even if you think that doesn't matter, it does matter. Especially the weekends, they can really throw you off out of your calorie deficit. So you have to track accurately for at least 3 to 4 weeks to be able to say, are there any results or are there no results? So you either do it right or you leave it. But if you are tracking accurately and don't see results when you step on a scale, your measurements stay the same, when you don't feel a change in how your clothes fit, cut 100 more calories and track for 2 more weeks and keep adjusting. Now that we've covered that, let's answer the next question. And that is, can't I just eat fewer calories and lose weight faster? Like going down to 1,200 calories, 1,000 calories, 800 calories. Can't I just bake the cake at 4,000 degrees and bake it faster? It just takes for the cake 30 minutes and 400 degrees to be delicious at the end. Same as just takes for you to consume a specific amount of calories, support your body and lose weight at a healthy pace. If you try to bake that cake faster, it'll burn. If you try to lose weight faster, you'll burn out. If you cut your calories too low, what your body will register is, there is not enough energy coming in. Your survival instinct takes over. Your ghrelin, so your hunger hormone, goes up. Your appetite increases. You feel out of control with food and lack willpower. It's not a lack of willpower. It's the way our body works. It has developed a very clever mechanism to protect us from starvation. For your body, the huge lack of energy is a threat. So it will take control and make you focus more on food. It's like trying to push that beach ball underwater. The harder you push it, the harder it comes back with a vengeance. If you undereat, you will overeat. It's basically a law of nature. And now what about the slowed metabolism, aka metabolic adaptation? You will feel cold all the time. You will experience brain fog and dizziness. Your digestion will worsen. You'll feel tired and mentally drained and irritable, and you will become lazy because your body will subconsciously reduce your will to move. And as with any type of severe restriction, you will not create sustainable lifestyle habits. So yes, you can eat fewer calories to lose weight faster, but at what cost? You need to protect your body and make sure it doesn't feel threatened by starvation. If it's all about calories in versus calories out, can I eat anything I want as long as I am in a calorie deficit? In theory, you could eat pizza all day long, every day of the week, and lose weight as long as you are in a calorie deficit. But that's not realistic. Suppose you need to consume about 1,600 calories a day to lose weight. That's 6 slices of a 12-inch pepperoni pizza. You won't have any calories left for the day. Foods like pizza are hyper-palatable. We have a combination of ingredients that override our body's normal level of satiety. Those foods are highly processed and designed to be extremely appealing to the senses, especially texture and taste. And they are high in calories and low in nutrient value. You can eat pizza if you are in a calorie deficit and trying to lose weight for sure, but you should be smarter about it and aim for a nutritious and balanced diet that allows you to indulge in your favorite foods occasionally. A great combination might be 2 slices of pizza and a large salad. A great way to do this is to base your diet on the 80-20 rule. This means getting 80% of your calories from nutritious whole foods and 20% from less nutritious foods. Let's say you have $4,000 and you want to buy a new pair of shoes, but you also need to pay your bills and buy food. So you need to manage your money wisely to pay your bills first. After that, you can use the remaining money to buy the shoes you want. It is the same with calories. You have a budget for calories and you have to be smart about it. Just like paying bills, you should spend most of your calories on nutritious foods that help you stay healthy. Then you can use the rest of your calories for fun foods. After all, your main goal is creating a healthy lifestyle and a balanced diet and not just lose weight. Because with a balanced diet and a healthy lifestyle, you will be able to actually keep the weight off. And therefore, changes in your daily eating habits are necessary to ensure long-term success. What if I go over my calorie limit? First of all, you must know that this will definitely happen from time to time. And the last thing you want to do is panic and make it up the next day. Eat normally. At the end of each week and month, it's the average of all calories you've eaten. It's not about a single day. For example, say my calorie range is 1,500 to 1,800 calories. Say I eat 1,500 calories every day, but I go over on Saturday and eat about 2,500 calories. That's 11,500 calories at the end of the week. And we divide that by 7. That's 1,642 calories. We're still in a range. All good. The only thing you really have to be careful about is to not use it as an excuse. Like, oh, I've been super accurate from Monday to Friday, and now this weekend I can go all in. This actually can damage all the progress you've worked on from Monday to Friday. So don't do this. Most of the time, try to stay mindful and keep your focus. It's just that when you go over your calories the one day or another, it's not a big deal. Because it's not about being perfect, it's about being consistent. Keep that in mind. How long will it take to see results? I so understand the importance of this question. Unfortunately, most of the time what happens is that this question comes with an unrealistic expectation. And I am going to tell you how fast you can see results if you're looking for sustainable and healthy weight loss. But first, you need to understand that losing body fat is not a linear process, and it does not happen within days. Your body goes through many metabolic processes that are never in direct alignment. It's always a balancing act inside your body, and the scale won't tell you what's going on. Your goal should be to lose fat, not just weight. Well, what's the difference? You can lose 8 pounds in a week, and that could be 6 pounds of water, 1 pound of fat, and 1 pound of muscle. You didn't lose 8 pounds of pure fat. That's just not possible. Fat loss takes time and is a slow process. You don't want your body to break down valuable muscle mass because you're not able to get enough protein in. You don't want to just lose a huge amount of water weight, because what happens when you are in a severe calorie deficit, you will consume less carbohydrates and less sodium. So this is when you will lose water weight, right? So folks who go on extreme diets, like for example keto or 1,000 calorie diets, what they lose in the beginning of the weight loss journey is not mostly fat. So when you see all those advertisements, lose 10 pounds in a week and all that, that is all total BS. It's not how fat loss works, okay? Please be careful with that. But to answer your question, a deficit of about 3,500 calories per week can result in an average loss of half a pound to 1 pound per week. However, this is only an estimate. Also, please keep in mind that weight loss is not the only indicator of progress. Improved energy levels, better sleep, increased strength and endurance, and improved body composition, like more muscle and less fat, are also important measurements of progress. And that's where your clothes will start to fit better. And that is what you actually aim for, right? What should I eat to get into a calorie deficit? Is it just eating less? That's the problem with this eating less, moving more thing. Eating less meaning eating less food. Smaller portions of what? Of veggies? Of meat, fish, protein-rich foods? Eat less food? No. Eat less calories? Yes. Focus on increasing your intake of protein-rich foods. Protein is essential when you're in a calorie deficit to prevent muscle loss. It's highly satiating and keeps you fuller longer, and as you've already learned, it contributes to your TF, or calories burned during digestion. Good sources of protein include lean meats, fish, eggs, dairy, tempeh, and legumes. Tracking your food can help you figure out how much protein you're getting. Aim for 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of desired body weight. Since you'll be consuming fewer calories overall, it's important to make every calorie count and stay full by choosing foods that are nutrient-dense, low in calories, and high in volume. This includes plenty of vegetables, fruits, berries, and whole grains. Third, reduce the consumption of hyper-palatable foods such as sweets, pastries, pizza, etc., as those types of foods are the ones that are high in calories and low in nutrients, which can make it harder to meet your calorie goals, lead to nutrient deficiencies, and increase cravings. Aim to eat these foods occasionally. As I said, 20% of your daily calorie consumption should come from those foods. And fourth, be really careful with liquid calories as they can add up quickly. Beverages such as soda, juice, frappuccinos, sports drinks, and alcohol can be high in calories and sugar. Try to get to the habit of drinking more water, as being thirsty can increase cravings for sugary, fizzy drinks. Do I have to count calories to be in a calorie deficit? Counting calories is one approach to achieving a calorie deficit, but it's not the only method. There are other strategies you can try out first if you don't want to track calories, such as focusing on portion size. Use a smaller plate, measure your food with measuring cups or food scale, and pay attention to how much of what you're eating. Try to find ways to incorporate more physical activity into your daily routine, such as a walk after dinner or a quick workout in the morning. Also practice mindful eating. It involves paying attention to your body's cues about hunger and fullness and eating slowly without distractions. This can help you avoid overeating and stay within your calorie goals. Try these strategies, and if they don't work and you want a more precise approach for guaranteed weight loss, you can start tracking calories. If you're not sure where to start, I've already created a step-by-step guide for beginners on how to start tracking calories. So this video might be the next video you would need to watch next if you want to start calorie tracking. I hope this video was helpful for you and you were able to create an overview over this crazy calorie thing. As always, thanks for watching. I see you in the next video.